مختلف، فعلشان ما نصورش نفس الحاجة كل مرة. ايوه مطب. دي عربية اسعاف ولا ايه؟ امبيلانس اسعاف شبهها.
لا
عربية الاسعاف في مصر بتكون لونها كده برضه برتقاني. دلوقتي بقى
ما فيش صليب عليه،
لازم ندخل يمين. ارجع شوية. ايوه وبهدل الدنيا طبعا علشان ايوه. احنا دلوقتي فين؟ شارع ايه؟ شارع الهرم. ايوه دلوقتي الدنيا زحمة
عشان قبل العيد.
علشان قبل العيد، صح، عشان بكرة العيد. بكرة العيد. تخيلي فيديو في الزحمة هيبقى ممل جدا ولا؟ بس بالنسبة للناس عايزين يشوفوا مصر شكلها ايه، عندهم فضول،
زحمة
ممكن
24 ساعة
يتفرجوا بقى على الزحمة المصرية، عشان دي غير الزحمة الأمريكية مثلا.
يعني نفس الزحمة.
ماشي، بس الزحمة المصرية برضو غير أي زحمة في البلد، في الدنيا، مش في البلد ايه بس. وأنا دلوقتي عايز أروح شمال. Let's see how people change lanes. You just do it. طبعا لو واحد مش متعود على السواقة في مصر مش هيعرف يعمل كده. هيحس ان هو بيعوم مش بيسوق. It feels like swimming not driving. لكن ايوه. So if you plan on driving in Egypt, be ready. You need to use more than 2 eyes. You need to use all of your senses. Your eyes, your ears, everything you can use it. السواقة في مصر مش بالعينين بس، لازم تسوق بعينيك وبرجليك وبكل حاجة. Yep. And always be careful when you see taxi drivers. خد بالك من التاكسي وانت سايق،
ومن المشاة
ومن الناس وهي بتعدي الشارع. So be careful with taxis. Be careful of people waiting to cross the road, because they might do it just right in front of you. And
فجأة.
yeah, مفاجأة, surprise. Yep. U-turn. We say U-turn in English, but in Egyptian we say U-turn. Just like in the other video, passport, passport. Yep. When people say Egyptians can't speak English, we can, but we speak it in our own terms. So yay. This is Pyramid Street, by the way. Shara al-Haram. So the pyramid is behind us. It's about, let's say, 15 minutes behind us. If we drive 15 minutes, we'll be at the pyramids. And this is how close I live to the pyramids. Can you imagine? I've always lived here, but I've never actually been there on my own. Always for a reason. Maybe school trip, which was like 15 years ago or more. أيوة. Let's speak some Arabic now. دلوقتي اهو في واحد بيعدي الشارع وحتى مش بيبص. They cross the road without even looking. So this is why everybody's brave here. Have no fear. If you don't fear speeding cars, then there's nothing else to fear. Yeah. If you ask anyone here, what are you afraid of? They only say God. That's it. Nothing else. Crossing the road with speeding cars, nope. ماشي دلوقتي الدنيا مش زحمة قوي. So right now this is not very crowded. This is okay actually. We're moving. Of course we are in the times of the coronavirus, so you can imagine without corona you can multiply the number of cars by 2 maybe, or even more. Because right now it's 1:20 a.m. and I mean PM, not AM, PM. And that means people are supposed to be at work. So you can imagine those are the people who are not working at the moment, or about to finish work. So now, since there's a U-turn, I'm supposed to go a bit to the right to avoid stopping with everybody who wants to take that U-turn. So I'm a good person. I use my blinkers. Not everybody does that. Some people may advise against that, because if the person behind you knows where you want to go, they might, you know, run up to block you from doing that and pass before you go to the right. It's true. So if you tell people that you're going to go to the right and you have some space on your right, someone behind you might rush to go and pass before you decide to go. So some Egyptians would tell you, don't use your blinkers. Don't tell people what you intend to do. It's true. And in Egypt, no one's gonna stop you and tell you, why didn't you use your blinkers? Like we see in the movies, like in the US and stuff. I've actually seen it in person. I've seen some people get pulled over when I was in the States and in England and stuff, but here we don't do that. They just randomly stop you and ask to see your license. Randomly, like once every 5 or 6 months. Yeah, it's just random. Not because you did something wrong or anything, they just stop you. Rojas. Rojas means licenses. Because we have 2. We have one for the car and one for you personally. Yeah. So that's the only check you get. But these days, I think they said that they're gonna have a speed limit, like radars and stuff on the highway, which is 80 kilometers per hour. In miles, that would be, I would say 50 miles. Can you imagine 50 miles on the highway? It's kind of strange, right? I don't know. We need it to be a little bit higher, yeah, so people can see. ماشي. Yep. Perfectly normal to have people crossing the road anywhere, so always be careful. In Arabic, we say خلي عينك في وسط راسك, meaning keep your eyes in the middle of your head, meaning focus, like be careful. عينك في وسط راسك. I didn't even know it was somewhere else. I thought, isn't my eyes in the middle of my face or head? Why do we say that? I don't know. Why do we say that? ليه بنقول كده؟ Yeah, you know, idioms, they don't always have to make sense. We can see some palm trees. Palm trees in Arabic is nakhl. Noon, kha, la, nakhl. Yeah, we love palm trees because we love to eat dates. Balah, or tamr. That's the word for date. Yep. Going. Oh, someone's using the blinkers. I don't know if you can see it, but this guy's using blinkers. Now see, everybody's trying to go to the right because this guy is going right. If you look, everybody's trying to cross past him. Yep. What's funny is that some people who are foreigners, they tell me that driving in Egypt is more fun because you have less rules and you can do pretty much whatever you want. And driving in their country is kind of boring. Like in Germany, for example, it's too strict, so they get bored. They can't like do anything. You know. But still, it's exciting maybe at first, but then when you have a couple of close calls, you know, about to hit someone who was crossing the street, all of a sudden, gonna get annoyed after a while. Yeah.
انت بتحب سواقة في مصر؟
أنا ما بحبش السواقة في مصر.
ليه؟
كده علشان زحمة دايما ومش مريحة يعني. It's not comfortable to drive in Egypt. وبرضه علشان نركن. Also to park your car. That's a whole other deal. Yeah. Like if you don't find a garage, لو ما لقيتش garage, we say garage by the way, garage. We say garage in English or garage, we say garage. لو ما لقيتش garage, if you don't find garage, now you're gonna have to find a spot on the street, and if you don't find one, then you're gonna have to double park, which is very, very common. If you just look to my right here, somebody's double parked, and that is completely normal. Yep. Have you ever heard of triple parking? We invented that. So, yeah. Sometimes there's no choice. Like, you have to do it because there's no place. I know it's not an excuse to do that, but what am I gonna do? Like, park 2 kilometers away? I don't know. But usually I know where I can find the garage, you know. I have to look for one in the area and know it, and I just always go there. And yeah. فدلوقتي الطريق مش زحمة قوي، الطريق كويس. طريق ماشي.
بس ميكروباص في وسط الشارع.
في ميكروباص في وسط الشارع. When we say الطريق ماشي, this means the road is walking, but it actually means the road is going also. So the word ماشي means walking, but I can use it to mean it's going. Everything is going, flowing. And ماشي also means okay, which means yes, it's going. So when someone says أنت عايز دي, and you say ماشي, do you want this? You say okay, meaning it's going. Everything is going, rolling. So ماشي can be used in many different contexts.
Like in French, ça va.
Like French, which I don't know. I used to study French in school, but I hated the teacher, so of course it's gonna extend to the language. In Egypt I studied French, but in England I studied Spanish, and that was very interesting. I really liked it. So I think because the teacher was nice. It's about the teacher. That's why everybody watching this likes Egyptian Arabic, because they have a good teacher, right? Let me know in the comments. I hope. احنا بقالنا قد ايه؟ احنا بقالنا 13 دقيقة ونص. ماشي. Now I am going to say the time, and I want you to listen carefully and tell me in the comment what time it is. Okay? الساعة دلوقتي 1:30. الساعة دلوقتي 1:30. So, what time is it? Let me know. ماشي. دلوقتي الطريق ماشي واحنا قربنا نوصل للبيت, which means we're close to arriving home. Here's a couple of honks for you. Because people say sometimes, people sometimes complain that I don't honk my horn enough as an Egyptian to prove that I'm Egyptian. So here it is.
خلاص.
Khalas. Khalas means that's enough. And And also, when you're driving in Egypt on a main road like this one, it is very common to find a huge road bump that they sometimes make in a day, and they don't put any signs for it, and then you just have to go for a jump with your car, like you're watching one of those rally racing, games or races on the TV, like those people who drive in dirt roads and they jump and stuff. Yeah, I did that a couple of times with the car. Don't tell anybody. And yeah, it was a surprise. I slowed down as much as I could, but I just passed it already. ممكن نروح تسبس خلاص ولا ايه؟ بس هيبقى زحمة أكيد مش كده؟ ماشي عايزة يعني بسبوسة؟
لا
بسبوسة ولا كنافة؟
عايزة كيكة وصوابع كنافة.
كيكة وصوابع كنافة. What are we talking about? Let me know in the comments. Yes, it's gonna be a big comment, I know, answering all those questions. But it means you're focusing and you're trying to participate in this unusual Arabic class. Yes. ماشي. Oh, someone's honking. When you're driving in Egypt, you should try as much as you can to ignore other cars honking at you, because usually people don't have an ounce of patience and they just want you to move. You can't blame them when they're living every moment of their lives in traffic. So whenever it moves, he wants to just move. But still, don't panic when someone keeps honking at you. Like, just don't panic, just keep going. Yeah, especially when you're trying to park. The thing that we love to do, if you look at the right, there's the no parking sign. And if you see, there's cars parked. So people take this sign as, come park here. Yeah, this is what we do. No parking means parking. And there's another sign coming, and there is something written under it in Arabic. Let's see if you can read it. Maybe it's too hard with the camera, it's too small. But I think you can see it. I can slow down a little bit. There. Let's see if you can read. Yeah, so I'm supposed to park here as well. Where am I?
الشمس هنا؟ هنا؟
ممكن قدام شوية
ماشي.
ممكن هنا. أيوة هنا حلو. Okay, so I parked away from the no parking sign. See? I abide by the rules. Everybody's a witness. Yellow. Bye bye.